Here's the secret for communicating with just about anyone. And today we're talking about the dominant style in the DiSC series. And now we're moving on to the dominant style within the DiSC profiles. So the dominant style is the strongest of the styles. They may come across as very blunt or direct, and they will ask very direct questions. Might mean you need a minute or two to think about the answer because you weren't expecting the question, but they're very, very much to the point. When you're talking to them, they won't want to do any social chit-chat before you get onto the business, and no offence, they're not interested in your family or your pets, and they wouldn't understand why you might be interested in their family or pets either. So it's not a personal thing, it's just the way that they're programmed. The D will very rarely waver off point, so if you're there to talk about funding, they'll talk about funding. They won't waver off on a distracted side tangent. They won't be looking to the rear to how they got to that situation. They'll simply be looking to discuss the bank funding and how they go forward. So the D style is very results orientated. They want to know what the end result is, and they're not so fussed about how to get there. That might give them a sense of abruptness or urgency or maybe even a lack of interest, but it's not. It's just that the way they're thinking, they want to know what's going to happen at the end. At the extreme end of the scale, a dominant might take over the conversation. They will do this because they want to demonstrate their expertise or their particular knowledge in an area, and they're demonstrating to you how much they know and how important they are in this conversation. So on an extreme end, a D may need to remember to listen to what's being said and the fact that they will learn from other people in a conversation as well. And then visually, a D style is likely to be dressed in a more classic style, so perhaps a suit or a classic cut. They won't be going for bold patterns, and they'll be very efficient and very smart, and usually they're very slickest and smartest in clean cut of lines on their clothes as well. So that's how to recognise the D style, but what about communicating with them? So if you're wanting to sell to a D, whether that's because they're a potential client and you're looking to do business with them, or you've got an idea that you want to sell to them within the business, they're a peer or your boss, keep these tips at hand. So firstly, talk fast, don't wander off topic. Show them how they can win out of this situation. This is their primary concern. Make sure that you're giving them detailed facts, but just a few of them, just a few concise bullet points. They don't want a lot of detail. If you're putting a proposal together for them, then the front page will have the information, the key facts, and the price. And then you can put all the information behind. They won't read those 5 pages behind, they'll just read the first page and make a snap decision like that. Remember that they don't want to be your friend, they just want to understand the situation there and find out what the result is for them. It doesn't mean that they're selfish or they're rude, it's just how they geared up to look at how things are going to work for them. If you're managing a dominant style, then you need to allow them their own autonomy. So set the boundaries in which they can work within, making sure that they know clearly how much flex they've got and how much autonomy and how much decision making they can make. Look out for with politics within the team. There is a chance that the D style can create a little bit of politics in a team just to make things a bit more interesting sometimes. They are primarily interested in how they can win in a situation, so this can be a little bit disruptive within a team as well. They're not looking to make best friends in the team, and they have got those very direct questions, don't forget, so sometimes other team members may find them a little bit forceful. The D style has a tendency towards risk and a tendency towards conflict. So you need to make sure that you're keeping an eye on where they are, but not too close. Don't micromanage them, give them the risk abilities, but just watch out for their tendency for conflict. If you end up in a situation where there is potential conflict, don't rise emotionally to them, but you do need to stand your ground with a D. So just respond to them with facts, no emotion, detail, and work out how you can both win in this situation and you can both get to that end result that the D wants. So the D is results orientated, as I've already said. This means that it's how they go from here to here that's important, and the route there isn't such a big deal for them. They make great salespeople because they will just bend and flex the rules a little bit. If you're in an industry where rules and regulations are very important and the process is absolutely key, then you'll need to set up a structure that means that you can monitor the rules and regulations and that they are adhering to these. Make it simple, make it straightforward, don't tie them up in red tape. Just a really quick check sheet works very, very well for them. The The D style likes change, doesn't like to be stuck in the same routine. Probably ideal role for them is one where they're in and out of the office and they're not in the same place all the time. So enable them to make some changes, enable them to grow with the business and to move forward as well. Give them plenty of opportunities to look good, plenty of opportunities that feel like a promotion. You don't necessarily have to give them a good old-fashioned promotion, but just areas where they can expand their knowledge and expand their influence as well. So that's a very brief description of the D style, how you can recognise them, how you sell to them, and how you manage them. If you'd like more information on the dominant style, or you're interested in finding out what your own personality style is, please do get in touch. So I hope you found that really valuable. Please do put any comments in the comments box, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing you in the next of the series, which is the S, the steady style. Thank you.